welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different than what I usually put out on here. We are going to be doing a college Q&A. I don't know why I said that, because if you saw this title of the video, then you already knew that. But today I basically just wanted to sit down, answer some of the questions that you guys have had about college and what it's like. Yeah, I don't want to keep rambling on too long. Let's just jump into the questions. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram. I have them here and I'm just going to be kind of scrolling through. I'm going to start off with, what are you studying in college / what is your major? I applied to UCLA undeclared in the College of Letters and Sciences, so basically that encompasses fields like humanities, social sciences, things like that. Giving myself some time to figure it out because I didn't know for sure. And that's totally fine. Just letting you guys know it's okay to not know, and it's okay to know. And if it changes, whether it changes or not, that's gonna be okay. It's all gonna work out. And so currently, I'm planning to apply for the Communication Studies major at UCLA and maybe double major in Business Economics. Communication Studies and Business Economics are what they call impacted. Oh my god, did I just... impacted at UCLA, which basically means that they're very competitive. A lot of people want to get into them, and so you have to apply to get in. I'm currently taking prerequisite classes for those majors, so that's what I've been studying currently. Yeah, so I did receive a lot of questions from you guys asking like how to get into UCLA, how hard do you think it is to get into UCLA, what were my stats. So just to start off with some of my general stats, I had a 4.0 unweighted GPA at the end of high school. That included basically as many AP classes as I physically could take in terms of the school limitations and things like that. So I don't really know my weighted GPA off the top of my head, just because I just didn't calculate it. But I know that I took a total of, I have to count. Can I do math still? Don't know. I believe 8 AP classes, very close to the maximum amount that I was able to take in terms of my SAT score. I don't want to give an exact number, but I did get above a 2300 on the old version of the SAT in terms of SAT 2 tests. I took 2 of those, US history and I took biology. And I believe I scored a 770 on the biology one, and it's out of 800, and I got an 800 on the US history one. So in terms of extracurriculars, I was part of leadership for all 4 years, class secretary, freshman, sophomore, junior, and then my senior year I was ASB secretary, which at our school basically means like the whole student body. I was also in choir for all 4 years and I absolutely loved it. I also volunteered for all 4 years as well. Music volunteered, and then later volunteer leader at this wonderful, amazing nonprofit called Amaze, which is the Academy of Music and Arts for Special Education, helping to teach music to students with special needs, helping them learn basic music theory or just playing Korean drums or singing together, and that is something that I really loved doing. I was also social media manager and then later on the next year editor-in-chief for a publication at my school that basically focused on talking about controversial issues that are usually like not talked about in the community and kind of starting that conversation. So that was really the aim and purpose of the publication, and that was something I was a part of as well. I also did golf at my high school for all 4 years. I played for the high school team. Usually when I tell people that, they're like, oh, then you must be a good golfer. No. I was not a great golfer, but it was fun. I did really love the team that I played with. All the girls were great, and that was a nice part of my high school experience as well. I'm trying to think what else. High school was a blur. I was also involved in church activities, sometimes volunteering for Vacation Bible School, later serving on the praise team for a bit. So those are just some of the extracurricular... I really just can't talk today. So those are just some of my scores, stats, extracurriculars that I had as part of my holistic application for UCLA, and I was accepted as an alumni scholar as well, which is basically they kind of reach out to you and ask you to apply in addition to being accepted, have me submit a few things, do an interview, things like that. That is where I am at right now. Welcome! And I just wanted to make a reminder and put it out there that even though I'm saying like scores and things like that, and I know there are going to be so many videos and so many online resources and everybody just telling you, especially if you're in like the beginning stages of high school or like a junior or something, that this score matters so much, like you need to get an A in this class and you take this many AP courses, you need to volunteer, the list will just go on, and if you think about it, it'll honestly just stress you out so much. I know it definitely did for me at times and definitely did for other people at my school, but I think the most important thing to remember at the end of the day is that it doesn't really matter. And I'm not not saying that, like, don't care about grades and do whatever you want, just have fun. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I just mean that I really hope that you're not basing your self-worth and value in numbers and scores and performance, because that is only a small part of you. And it's honestly, wherever you go, it's going to be okay. It's going to be the best kind of okay. Everything works out in the end, and I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. And I know that, you know, it can be so easy to focus on the numbers and think, oh, I have to do this, I have to get this. But in reality, the SAT score, your GPA, it's a part of your application, and it does matter, but it's not the end-all be-all of your application, which is holistic, but also not the end-all be-all of you and your life. Honestly, college and every single day that you wake up in the morning is an opportunity to just live life as you are, to be the best version of yourself, to make the most of every single day. No matter where you end up, y'all are gonna be absolutely amazing. You're gonna be just fine. Kind of in relation to the last question I answered, I received a message saying, "Hi, I'm a freshman in high school and it's always been my dream since age 9 to go to UCLA. I live in small town Missouri, so I'm pretty far away. Is my dream worth the struggles I'm going to go through to get to UCLA?" I just have to say that this is such a sweet message, and that you're only a freshman and you don't really need to worry about it all right now. I would say enjoy high school as much as you can. College is a little bit a ways away for you, but in terms of is it worth it, I feel like that's a question that we all ask ourselves so many times in high school. Like, does this even matter? Is this gonna even make a difference? Should I even keep trying? Like, why am I trying? But at the end of the day, I want to say that I would focus not so much on the end goal of something tangible in terms of 4.0, or my end goal is to get into this school and like that's gonna make everything that came before it worth it. I feel like if you try to focus on the end goal being, I want to do my best because I want to be the best version of myself that I can be, and I want to do this to better myself and do this because it's a challenge that I want to take on, push myself, just grow as a human being, then no matter what happens, it will have been worth it. Yes, UCLA is a competitive school. Yes, it is difficult to get in. At the same time, it's possible. I think if you tell yourself that you're not going to get in or that you won't be able to do anything, just broadly, you're really limiting yourself. When we accept challenges, when we take on challenges and really throw ourselves into it and do the best that we can, there's no way that you can fail, because you're going to be receiving everything that you put into it. So I would say that go for it, you know, to anybody out there and everybody in high school, keep pushing through it because it is worth it. Everything that I put into high school made college all the better, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity to have gone to such a academically rigorous school and academically competitive school, and to have ended up here at UCLA, and just everything since then, I just feel really blessed. So I just wanted to put that out there. Next question is, are you still friends with people from your high school? Do you think friendship fades after high school? I think it's something that I thought about a lot before coming to college, in the sense that, like, you know, am I going to be friends with these people from high school later on? And I know that a lot of people have either toxic or fake friendships in high school, or that they don't have like really close friendships sometimes. That wasn't really the case for me. I had a few really, really close friends who I hold so near and dear to my heart, and I still do. And I think college, yes, each person will likely go off to a different school and, you know, different places and meet different people and do different things and all that, and your life is gonna change and you might change. But I think that for me, I'm still close with best friends from high school, despite the fact that there's so much like distance physically, and also in the sense that like we're living different lives now. And I think one of the things that you sometimes realize looking back is that a lot of the friendships that you have or have had are based a lot on proximity. I'm around these people a lot, and so we're friends, kind of a thing. And I think for a lot of friendships in general in high school, it can be a lot of like proximity based friendship. And I realize that I'm literally just the first year. I've literally spent 2 quarters at UCLA, but at the same time, I do believe that there are always going to be some friends where it doesn't matter how long you've been apart, or if you haven't talked in a while or whatever, you're just gonna pick right back up where you left off. And I've been super blessed to have had some of those people in my life. I think a lot of it is what you put into it later on, and like the connections that you choose to keep and hold on to. And some of it is just gonna be the cosmic universe, the soul to soul type of best friend or friends can stick around. If you guys change, like, that's okay too. And that's just another thing to embrace and run with and just go from there. So the next question is, what is something you wish you'd known before you started living away from your parents? I don't really know where to start with this one, actually. I feel like there's a lot of things, how easy it is to take them for granted when you're at home or in high school or whatnot, because they're there every day, they're taking care of you, driving you places, helping with all the adult stuff that you don't have to do because they're there to do it for you. 2 weeks ago or whatnot, I was so sick, like literally so sick. It was bad. Like, I got a fever, total body chills, like body aches. It just like hurt to even lay down or just like to be awake, but I couldn't fall asleep. I was just laying there like, this is my time, this is my time. I'm gonna go. I'm dramatic, I guess, whatever. Times like those where you miss home even more. Not even just, I miss a home cooked meal, someone to like, you know, take care of me. I miss them because I love them and because we have a close relationship. One of the things I really miss about home is like being able to watch movies with my dad. Always chooses like really cool movies. We'll watch American Idol. He taped stuff for me so that I could watch it later because he knows I love music. I really miss being able to just talk with my mom in long car rides because she would literally just let me talk about anything and everything. Small stuff like, I love this song recently, or I heard this in a podcast I was listening to. At the same time, she's open with me as well. And it's more than just like she's my mom, it's like she's like one of my best friends. And so obviously, you're gonna miss your best friend. And I would say my brother is also like my best friend, or one of my best friends. It's not that I miss him because he'll get me a glass of water if I ask for it. Little brothers, you know. I'm just kidding. I miss watching YouTube videos together, going on our boba runs, or just sitting there talking, even not talking. Cherish the people in your life and the places that you're in. Really love on your family and just make a lot of good memories together. And keep them close as well when you go off to college, you know? You're the one who leaves them, experiencing a whole other life and they're at home. It's important to, you know, remind them how much you're thankful for them and their support and their love. So that's what I would say. The last question I'm going to answer is, what is the most important thing college has taught you? I did think about this for a while and I didn't have a solid like one most important thing. I'm learning new things every single day and not just sitting in a classroom, but also just like by living life in a dorm / on my own and just having to like take care of myself in some of those ways, college life in general. But if I were to pick the one most important thing, it would probably be the importance of balance. And I don't mean work hard, play hard. I realize that it's not that simple. You know, there's no one part of your life or you that is isolated from the others. Everything in your life is interdependent in the way that you take care of yourself physically, whether it be what you eat, how much you sleep, exercise, things like that are not separate entities. They are related to and have an impact on your academic life, your social life, your spiritual, mental, emotional well-being. It's not so simple as, oh, I didn't get enough sleep, so I didn't pay attention and I fell asleep in lecture, which means I have to catch up on notes later. It's because I didn't sleep enough, I'm tired, and so I don't feel physically as well, and so maybe that bleeds into my relationships with other people, which stresses me out in this area of my life, which causes a physical stress that makes it difficult to focus in school. I started to understand that nothing I do is independent of everything else. And I think the way that that's translated into how I'm trying to live my life is that I'm trying to really focus on taking care of myself in the sense that I know it is for the benefit of not just myself. It's the idea that eating better, sleeping better, doing my best, trying to be a positive person is not just like for me, like so that I can like get A's or that I can like be this or have this image. It's that I want to treat other people in my life the best way possible. For example, like my family, like I want to show love to them. I want to show love to my friends. I want to show love to God, and that's not something that I can do if I'm not physically able to. And at the same time, if I'm trying to just take care of those people, then that's not going to be a separate like aspect of my life. I'm trying to focus on building good habits, making decisions that I know are gonna have impacts that are just beyond immediate consequence and beyond myself. I can't live or be a person just for myself and of myself. Part of the importance of balance is also being able to forgive yourself for not being able to be perfect all the time, to have everything balanced all the time, because there's no physical way to be perfect, which is something I'm still trying to work on like understanding, because the difference between knowing something in your head and knowing something physically and being able to feel it and understand it and accept it. I'm trying to work on embracing that, I guess, and trying to just live that out. It's a process. Everything is a process, and things come with time and practice and a lot of failure, and that's just life. I'm sounding like I have like lived the entirety of my life and not like I just experienced like only 2 quarters of college, literally a fetus. I have a lot left to learn. I'm still learning every day, and I just wanted to wrap this video up by saying thank you so much for sending in your questions. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you watched the whole video, that is amazing, because I talk a lot, probably too much. I wish everybody the best of luck wherever you are in your life. If you're in college, if you are committed and hyping up for a college experience, it's gonna be great. If you're still in high school, wherever you might be, I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck. I'm sending you every ounce of encouragement and love and support, and I'm rooting for you. Thank you, I love you, and I will see you very soon.